I will start with their root thought, and after that, I'll tell you how they manifest it. They're upset that some people have their work cut out for them, and it's easier than them to get views and money, and it upsets them. I think the way they manifest that is by going after React content, because it's the easiest, right? And it's in their territory, and they are upset at the way people are reacting, right? And they're presenting their arguments in a pretty shit way, just because they're upset.
Okay, kind of. That's not like the worst summary ever. I would add a small caveat that it's probably a little bit upsetting when people spend hours and hours and hours working on videos, and then they see somebody else kind of profit off that video, sometimes making 10 times the amount of money that they do with like 10 times less the effort. I think that if we add that on, that's a little bit more of a fair summary, which I think is like an understandable.
But does that make them correct or not?
Well, I'm just trying to, let's just get at the emotional side first. Like, why are people upset? I think it's good to start there. Like, why would somebody be mad at this particular thing?
Fair enough. Yeah, I still think they're wrong.
Which is fair. You have every right to think they're wrong. But just so that we understand that. When we're, so I'm trying to get a sense of like what you think is like right or wrong. I'm curious. So let's say somebody, I'm going to start with the most extreme examples and we'll tone it back until we reach a point of agreement, I guess, something. Let's say that somebody is going to release a video that they worked really hard on, but you somehow get a copy of that video early, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And then, let's say that you react to that video before it's even on YouTube. You react to it, then you upload it on YouTube before they've even uploaded their version.
Yep.
Do you think that that's okay, or do you think that's bad?
That's a pretty, I think that's a good place to start, 100%. Because that's one of the main arguments that I actually agree with. And the way that I agree with it is simple. I think that even before I got criticized for it, it's something that I noticed that could happen, and I started to do less. The answer to your question is yes. I think it's bad in terms of direct impact, short, medium, long term. Usually with bigger creators, right? Usually with bigger creators. It's very important to notice that. So there's two parts to this answer. One, yes, I agree it's bad, right? And there are ways around that. But two, it also depends on size.
Okay, let's back way up. Because we're jumping ahead really hard, okay? So I'm just in this hyper-specific, this is a crazy example that doesn't even happen. I'm saying if you were to get somebody's video before they've even uploaded it onto YouTube, and then you like broadcast their like blueprint to the video, like before they've even uploaded it, and then you react to it.
Terrible, absolutely dog shit, terrible.
Okay. We
agree
that that's bad.
There's no arguments for that, zero.
Yeah, okay. I would imagine we'd agree there. So then the next question, maybe the next egregious thing is, let's say somebody just uploads a video within like 10 seconds of uploading it, a streamer watches it, reacts to it, and then their reaction is very minimal, and then they upload that onto YouTube, and they get 10 or 20 times more views than the original video. Do you think that's okay, or do you think that's not okay?
I think the specifics here matter more than the argument itself.
Okay, which specifics would you want to flesh out for that argument?
Yeah. It's why I think it's important to elaborate. If let's say I'm a guy, right? It's when the growth is predictable and when it's not. So when something goes viral, right? If it's going to go viral on its own or before somebody, right? It's very, very, very important. So what I'm thinking is that let's break it down. Initially, and at the, okay, I'm just gonna. I'm trying to organize my thoughts properly. Okay, let's restart. So. Okay. What? Sorry, I'm not being given a lot of leeway here on my time to think.
You don't have to. Don't worry about chat.
Okay. Basically, the way that I see it is, if it's almost instant, right, or right after, there is in a lot of cases. There will be negative consequences of that. In a lot of cases, but not every case. It's why I think that has to be approached case by case basis, and we have to use people's good faith. Like people have to be smart about it. You have to be like, you know. These are my thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of understand that, but the argument from the other side is going to be there might be harmful side effects, there might not, but there's never harmful side effects for the streamer. It's always good for the reactor. It may or may not be bad for the YouTuber.
Yeah. I haven't seen the content yet, so the video might be complete dog shit, and I might lose out on time where I could have watched a better video. So that on its own is a negative side effect. Your video is fucking dog shit. So yeah. You asked me if it's, if it's bad, and I said yes.
Let's say, okay, yep, I hear you say it. Okay, let's say that maybe it is bad, okay? But can we agree that the risk is way, way, way lower for the streamer than the potential risk for the content creator? Do you agree with that, or do we not agree with that?
Yes. Yes, in a scenario where the video was uploaded 15 minutes ago, or 15 seconds ago, right? Mm-hmm. In that case, yes.
Yeah, I think that, so harm hasn't been proven yet by anybody, because obviously it's really hard to collect facts or figures on it.
That's incorrect. You just said something that's wrong, and I'm calling you on it. That is incorrect.
What's incorrect?
It's not because it's hard to prove, it's because there just isn't. Otherwise somebody would have came out of the woodworking already by now. And
well, when I say it's hard to prove, what I mean is that, like, if I use the word counterfactual, do you know what that means?
No.
I'm not trying to be condescending. Okay, sorry. A counterfactual is kind of saying, like, what if something would have happened? So people will say, like, if the Soviets didn't backstab, or I'm sorry, if Hitler didn't backstab the Soviets, then they could have won World War II. That would be like a counterfactual. We don't know what that world looks like, so it's hard to say. Some counterfactuals are very difficult to measure because so many different things can change. I think that the counterfactual for React content is very, very, very hard to prove, right? Now, so I'm saying that I don't know if harm is there. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I'm just saying that if it's there, it can be really hard to demonstrate.
Okay, that, it's right? Why I like to talk really about size and when it was uploaded first initially. So usually when it's like a long time ago, there is I think there's a massive upside to the contrary, right? At that point, it's up to them to break that down, because since they're the one making the claim that it's bad, they're the ones that are coming out of the woodwork and saying that it's bad, right? So it's the burden of proof is kind of on them to figure out the problem and show the problem, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. So now we get that out of the way. Then we can move on to the next point, which is the contrary has been proven. Maybe not initially or on the same video that I'll watch, like Day does internet, while I'll watch this video. On his next upload, maybe I'm not going to be live immediately, right? The chance that the people that watch the video on my channel watch it on his directly is significantly larger, and it's been quantified as larger multiple times. Like, yeah.
Can you say that sentence again?
Okay. If I am not live, right?
Yeah. Okay. If you're not live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say, and he uploads a video next time after I watch another one of his videos, right? Even though the stats haven't proven yet, or not a lot, that the one video, let's say the video number one, right? Me watching on stream doesn't really have a massive negative or positive impact, right? It's not massive, but I'm telling you, it's been quantified before, and the stats are there. On the next subsequent uploads, right? There is trackable data that it's improved the amount of views and how that video will perform, right? So this is like a free argument. I'm not even like, what I'm saying by free is that I'm just saying that, how do I say this? It's free as in, I don't have to prove this. I'm just saying, since we're on that topic, there is a pause, because I don't have to prove positives. They have to prove negatives.
From everything, yeah. From everything that I've seen, it seems to be the case that there's either a neutral impact or there's a slightly positive impact, right? That seems to be the case. I do agree with that. Yeah.
But no negative, right?
That doesn't seem to have been proven. I don't see anybody having proved that so far. Right? We agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we agree there. If we move on from there.
Yep.
Do you think that a content creator has a right to say, I don't care if there's a positive or negative impact. I don't want people reacting to it anyway.
Absolutely. That's crazy important too. I think that's the most important part. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Do you think that then, how do you justify what the default position should be for a streamer? Because right now the default position for a streamer is you should be allowed to react to whatever you want, and if somebody doesn't like it, then they reach out and they tell us, hey, stop. But what about if somebody were to argue, I think the default position should be you don't react to stuff, and you have to get explicit permission to do so?
Okay, so that's difficult of an argument, right? Because that's two components. If I would argue your point and win my point, I would almost be losing my time, because we can approach the next point, which is gonna be, hold up, sorry, I'm playing this fucking game. I'm playing shapes. Which is, oh yeah, where will it be uploaded? Is it only gonna be for live viewing, for Twitch VODs, or YouTube VODs? Because you know the fact that if you win this argument, it's the goalpost is gonna be moved to where it's being uploaded and what the damage is coming from.
Well, sure, we're not even moving goalposts yet. You're moving like really far ahead in the argument. I'm trying to like trap you or catch you. I'm just like trying to figure out like, because if we ask questions like this, we can start to get an intuitive feel of like what feels okay and what feels like kind of gross. Like I think that, and then once we get an intuitive feel of like this feels okay, this doesn't feel okay, when we try to get around like what doesn't feel okay, then I think we can get closer to an answer of like, okay, this is what we should be doing, this is what we shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to ask you like, do you think that this is do you think it's okay to re-upload something on YouTube? And then you're like, well, I think so. And then I'm like, okay, well, what if you re-upload it within 5 minutes? Do you think that that's okay? And then that's not okay. And then if you watch it on stream immediately, and then you re-upload it, and then you like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to figure out like what we think is like okay or not okay. I'm just like asking a series of questions to like get at like the intuitions here. I'm not necessarily, like I said, I'm not trying to figure out like what is the 100% like ironclad, like this is the legal argument and this has to happen, blah blah blah. I'm just trying to think of like if there is a YouTuber and he's like, fuck, I really wish that all these guys didn't watch my video, and now like they keep watching my video, and I've got to email all these guys. I got to say, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. That like at the end of the day, the streamers where you're like, well, if you don't want us to watch your video, we won't. But we already basically did, and now you've got to email every person. You're just like kind of fucked anyway. That like, could you understand that being like a little salty?
That could definitely be fucking annoying. Yeah, no. Is that been the case anyway?
No, personally, I don't know where all the people who complain about React stuff is. I feel like it's kind of a totally fabricated problem. But...
It's a fabricated. Yeah, it is 100%. And from downtown, it's made up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, because it seems like everybody's getting mad on behalf of everybody else.
Let me talk to chat, because I'm saying a lot. I'm agreeing with a lot of you guys saying, don't agree, don't use it, because you're getting trapped in an argument. No, I don't think you guys understand it. I agree with almost all the points, yet I fail to see the problem, because there isn't a problem. You understand what I'm saying? There isn't a problem. There just isn't. It's made up. I think it's actually fucking made up. So until then, I mean, can you really blame me for discrediting it?
Have you, if you had the chance to talk to like Mudahar or whatever, would you talk to him?
Yeah, but I think the guy's kind of brain dead though. I think he's like Smalding.
I think he's Smalding. What does Smalding mean?
No, he's just Smalding. I think he's just bald. I think he's just bald. Literally, he knows it's coming.
Okay. I don't know if that's very productive, but okay.
Well, I'm not here to. I'm not here to be productive. They have to be productive. They're the ones making the claims that it's bad and damaging. Like, why is it the burden of proof is on them to prove something? I don't have to do anything. I can just sit here and react to the video and say, suck my cock, and I'm right. Why do I have to do anything? They're the ones making the claim.
Okay, true. Okay, well, I wish I could remember the claims Ethan made. I mean, like, I generally agree with you. I feel like the problem is largely fabricated. I don't agree with a lot of what they're saying, but I can understand at an emotional level, like the frustration of like you watch a streamer
insecurity,
like, basically
insecurity. Fuck their emotions. Their person can suck my balls. I don't give a fuck. I hate insecurity. I hate people that are insecure all the fucking time. As somebody who had to hold a line on dozens of aspects over the years, I'm tired of insecure people. They ruin everybody. They fuck society in the ass because they cannot sleep at night knowing that they're weak ass fucking bitches, and it fucks me, and I'm tired of it. So fuck their feelings. They could suck it. They could just actually suck it.
Okay, but like
actually,
I feel like we can be
actually.
a little bit more empathetic. No?
I mean, if they want to suck, if they want to suck my balls, yeah, we can. I think it's they annoy me. I think it's really fucking annoying the way they approach it.
I'm not the best because I don't have strong feelings about this. I feel like it's all stupid too. Would you argue that Dark Viper dude? Because I know that he was trying to dick ride you on Twitter.
I think this guy has a lot of problems that he has to deal with, right? And he has to do it on his own time and not by projecting his insecurities on other people. I think if you want,
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of problems that I have to deal with, right? Not a lot of them affect what I do. I think the problems that he's having are affecting his professionalism, his work, and everything. And I think he's perennially corrupted. And I wish him the best.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, damn. Yeah. I mean, anything else?
Not particularly. Well, okay. Ethan made some dumbass claims, like a bunch of them. You agree?
Ethan did.
You agree with a lot of them.
When I don't, you asked me now to remember to name them specifically. I don't remember specifically. I just remember watching the video. I feel like every point he made was pretty good. I don't think he made any points like, oh, I super disagree with that. But if you feel like he made some bad points, if you can remember any, but I can't remember what he said specifically.
Well, a lot of his concerns with my videos was that I wasn't talking properly. I wasn't full screened in. He said that I was supposed to skip the lore of the video and the story and go to the react part, and chat would have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about because that I skipped the part where it explains things. How can you do that? If I'm reacting to a story, I have to listen to the story, but he thinks that I have to skip past it.
Oh, hold on. I could be wrong, but I don't think his problem there was your stream. I thought his problem there was the YouTube video.
Oh, see that? Now we're doing some goal posting again. Now this is.
Wait, hold on. No, not goal posting. I believe that Ethan explicitly said that because Hasan said, as a streamer, and Ethan said, I'm reacting to a YouTube video. This is a YouTube video. I thought that was his issue. Because Hasan was like, well, on stream, I might do, and Ethan was like, I'm not evaluating this as a streamer. I'm evaluating this as a YouTuber because it's uploaded to YouTube.
Okay. Gotcha. So what's the concern with that? Because even then,
he was upset because
even then, I'm even more right because it's even more transformative. Because then I'm not full screened, I'm rambling, I got TTS on, and at that point, I mean, it's not transformed the best way, but it's fucking transformed like crazy. So I mean, at that point, I'm even more right.
How is it more transformative if you're not talking at all about it?
Oh no, I'm just saying like if it's all chaotic and because he was mad at like the way I was doing it. Like he was like making fun of my speech and like everything, right?
Well, no, I think he was just making fun of the fact that it got uploaded to YouTube, but it was essentially the same video, just re-uploaded.
It was the same video uploaded, but it wasn't. It was different.
Well, but it was because he said there was like minimal reactions from you. The react more, right?
No, because if that would be a crazy hill to die on, because because Hasan does worse than I do somehow, but someone's kind of like lying about it. But,
well, to be fair, sure, but I think that the issue is I think the issue is whether it got uploaded to YouTube or not, and I think the problem was for Hasan's videos on his main channels. That he doesn't re-upload those types of reactions to
No, he does.
YouTube.
No, he does. I proved all of it wrong. I proved all of it wrong.
Okay, you might have proved it wrong on your own time, but I don't think Ethan saw that. Ethan, and
well,
to be
because
fair,
he's
Ethan
a
was
dick rider.
No, Ethan was not. Ethan was coming down really hard on Hasan in that comp. I don't think he was dick riding.
He was not. Would you agree as hard as he was on me or not?
Maybe not as hard as he was on you, but that was an incredibly uncomfortable conversation for Hasan. You could tell that was a really uncomfortable conversation for Hasan.
Man, you guys have a level of competition that I'm not used to then, because that's some soy shit. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I would be okay with that level of competition.
Okay, that's great if you'd be, but Hasan is literally one of the most soy people on the platform. So.
Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, man. Really, bro?
These fucking donuts. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. I think Hasan was pretty. I think Hasan was pretty. was pretty uncomfortable in that conversation.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like he was like, it was so bad that like Ethan had to apologize later on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, he
To me,
posted a
it
story.
felt more like
He posted a story 5 hours ago. And he said, "I didn't realize I was being so combative until after the episode. Sorry, everyone. Deactivating Goblin mode for the week. Sorry at Hasan and Piker. Love ya. No homo."
Well, I mean, that guy's a very like after the fact type guy anyway. Let's be honest. He doesn't actually stand for anything until after the fact.
I mean, maybe, sure, but I don't know if that's relevant to the argument, but yeah.
Well, it is. I think it is. Yeah. And then what?
And then what?
Like, yeah, he was coming hard on me like crazy. Like the fact that it's not properly like cutted or edited, or like that I'm not full screen, that I'm speaking in a weird speech pattern or some, like a lot of just really dumbass fucking shit.
I think that his bar for what he thinks React content should look like is like the early React content that they uploaded on YouTube, which is almost.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, which was like exclusively like their form of React content, which was the majority of the video is going to be like their editing and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. So you're saying he's a fucking boomer? Is what you're saying?
I mean, a little bit. I'm just saying that's probably the standard that he's applying. So when he sees a streamer re-upload a video, basically verbatim, except they like say a couple words.
But he's wrong. You get that though, right?
Oh, because you're saying that he didn't represent your video accurately?
Oh no, I'm just saying like, you understand that standard is old as fuck, especially when you're mixed with live content and he's being delusional about it.
Well, I mean, the standard is whatever the original video creator wants the standard to be, right?
Which is pretty much unspecified.
Well, but it's up to the original copyright holder, which is the one that made the original
Yeah.
video.
So how have we seen any cases of people that have been like mauled about that or saying anything about that? Because personally, if somebody were to say, "Yo, I'm not good with that," I'm telling you 100%, it would either get modified. I would say, yeah, sure, you can have whatever fucking. I wouldn't combat claims or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's just that my editors ask when it goes to YouTube. They actually ask. Every video presented on that, every example of me on that video, was in fact asked about. Literally, my editors asked about all of them. So I was right on all accounts.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you might have been. Yeah, fuck. Why don't you go argue with like Muda or Ethan or?
Well, bring him here.
Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Fetching. Hold on one second.